Good morning. Welcome to our morning meditation. I'm Kelly Kapsar, and I am the practitioner in service today, along with Debbie Little. And we just want to welcome you. We're going to be doing 15 to 18 minutes of guided meditation. It will be accompanied by music, by silence, by spoken word. So please make sure all cell phones and devices are silent so that you can be fully present right here. And let's all take the breath in. And let the breath out. And letting our breath sync up with all of the breath in this room. With the breath of those joining us online at any time. And as you feel your breath expanding, feel it expand throughout your body. Moving from your lungs, your heart, into your belly and your low back. Feeling your breath expanding into your shoulders and your hips. Feeling your breath, the expansion and contraction, flowing into your arms and your legs. And feeling your breath expanding into your head and your hands and your feet. And feeling your breath expanding ever so slightly past the dimensions of your body. Becoming one with the earth, becoming one with the sky, being right here in this moment. And our title today is Blossoming Joy. And so I want you to return your attention to your breath, at your heart, at your belly, maybe even your spine. And if you, right here, right now, were blossoming joy, is there a color that shows up for you that represents you as blossoming joy? Or maybe there's a sound. Maybe there's a smell. however it shows up for you. Simply notice the physical, tangible qualities of blossoming joy and where you feel that in your body. And as I was sitting with this idea of blossoming joy, I kept having the sensation of flowers becoming my spine, my central nervous system. And so I'm going to invite you to imagine that triangle bone at the base of your spine. And plant that little seed of blossoming joy that came up for you. With each breath, invite that to take greater form. Maybe you notice for you that becomes a sunflower, or a beautiful rose, or a simple daisy or poppy. Maybe yours is climbing jasmine. Whatever it comes up for you, I invite you to let that move through your spine into the center of your head, bringing blossoming joy as an embodied experience for you. At this point, you have several moments to be with that and see how it shows up. If you get distracted, simply bring your breath and your attention back to this idea of blossoming joy. In the next minute or two, taking all the time you need, I invite you to start coming back to your body right here, right now, in this room, in this space. Thanking your body for accepting this idea of blossoming joy for itself. Thanking the inspiration that showed up however it did for you today. And as you're ready, I invite you to gently open your eyes and return here. Thank you all for joining me. Services will begin in about 10 minutes, so feel free to move around, say hi, do what you need for yourself, and join us in about 10 minutes when services start.
May I see with the eyes of love. May I hear with the ears of love. May I speak with the words of love. May love be in my heart. May I see with the eyes of love. May I hear with the ears of love. May I speak with the words of love. May love be in my heart. May I see with the eyes of love. May I hear with the ears of love. May I speak with the see with the eyes of love. May I hear with the ears of love. May I speak with the words of love. May love be in my heart. May I see with the eyes of love. May I hear with the ears of love. May I speak with the words of love. May love be in my heart. May I see. May There is a power, a presence, one life of all, and no other power can exist outside of the infinite. One love, there can only be God's love. Oh yes, I know that I walk. Oh yes, I walk in the love of God. Oh, there is a wisdom, a knowing, a loving, and a truth. Whatever you need to know will come in God's way for you. Just say, until it's shown, I'll pray. I won't move until I know that I walk in the love of God. For the power, glory, of God is everywhere. I can feel it, it's everywhere. I can see it, it's everywhere. And I know in my heart, power, glory, of God is everywhere. Don't you see it, it's everywhere. Don't you feel it, it's everywhere. Don't you say in your heart, yes, I walk in the love of God.
There is a power, a presence, Something's calling me.
It was like something was calling me and pulling me into a different direction. And then I found Center for Spiritual Living Greater Las Vegas. My relationship with the center has shown me a deeper realization of God and how this indwelling presence guides, sustains, and directs me in every capacity and every experience in my life. As I continue to study the teachings of these great mystics and sages, I will find more love, peace, and a general sense of universal good and harmony in my life.
Something's calling me a little bit deeper than I've ever been before.
Is something calling you?
Well, good morning, Center for Spiritual Living. What a glorious day it is to be together. It's such a joy to come in here and see all these faces I get to see each week, all the beautiful people that join us so regularly. And it's even greater to see some people that I haven't seen in a long time show up today. So welcome, all of you that are here for the first time, those of you that are returning to us from a long time, and those who are regular attendees. I also want to say hi to our people who are joining us online. Would you turn around and wave at the mirror glass back there? Joe's doing a wonderful job of broadcasting our service live every morning. And we have a great, robust audience that joins us here. If you are here for the first time or maybe second time, third time, something, and you haven't connected with us yet, in the back of the seats in front of you, in the little pockets, there's what we call our connection card. You see a picture of it up here on the screen. If you'd like to fill that out and give us a little bit of information about you, we'll be happy to put you on our mailing list. I promise we will not inundate you with mail all the time. That's not something we do. But it'll give you a chance to see what's happening at our center on a regular basis. So we're going to kick it off with a little bit of music, a little community time together. Justin, what are we singing?
You and me.
You and me. If you'd like to stand, the words are going to be on the screen. Sing along with us.
Here we go.
One life living as you and me, one life shining as you and me, one love loving as you and me, 'cause God is all there is. One life living as you and me, one life shining as you and me, one love loving as you and me, 'cause God is all there is. I'm shining from the inside out, I'm so happy, I just want to shout. One life living as you and me, one life shining as you and me, one love loving as you and me, 'cause God is all there is. One life living as you and me, one life shining as you and me, one love loving as you and me, 'cause God is all there is. I'm shining from the inside out, I'm so happy, I just want to shout. One life living as you and me, one life shining as you and me, one love loving as you and me, 'cause God is all there is. One life, one life, one love. One life, one life, one love. One life, one life, one love. One life, one life. Break it down. Keep on shining from the inside out. I'm so happy, I just wanna shout. One life living as you and me. One life shining as you and me. One love loving as you and me. 'Cause God is all there is. One life living as you and me. One life shining as you and me. One love loving as you and me. 'Cause God is all there is.
Good morning, everybody. Greet your neighbor at this time if you're comfortable doing so.
Okay, raise your hand if you got your daily dose of 20 hugs. I saw a lot of that going on. It makes my heart sing. All right, we're going to shift a little bit here and go into our little more contemplative time with our affirmation and invocation for the day, followed by our musical inspiration with Mortonette Stevens. I'll invite Kelly Capsar up, our practitioner of the day, to give us our invocation.
Hi there. So, we've got the affirmation behind me and thankfully in front of me. So let's all say it together. With every thought, I am creating a life of meaning and beauty. I honor the divine story unfolding through me.
I will make a quiet place, a quiet place within my heart, and I will wait upon the Lord, wait upon the I will make a quiet place, a quiet place within my mind, and I will wait upon the Lord, wait upon the Lord. Be still, my soul, be still. Be still, my soul, be still. Be still and know I will make a quiet place, a quiet place within my life, and I will wait upon the Lord, wait upon the Lord.
And so continuing in this quiet place, continuing in this stillness and this place of knowing, I take the breath in, and I know that my breath is the breath of life, the breath of love, the breath of joy, the breath of peace, and the breath of grace. And I know that this breath moves through and adds every single thing, through the rocks and the mountains, and the streams and the oceans, the trees and the bugs and the four-leggeds and the two-leggeds, all the birds that take wing and bring harmony when they sing. And I know that this stillness, this place of knowing, is right where I am. Every cell, every fiber of my being is this place of knowing, this place of stillness. And so I know that this is the place of knowing, of stillness for each and every person. Every person here in this room, every person who hears this at any time. And knowing this, I simply relax into the breath, into the stillness, into the joy. And I declare this is the truth, right here, right now. And as we all take the breath together with deepest gratitude for all that is becoming, we exhale together, letting it be exactly what it is in this moment. And together we simply say, and so it is.
I will make a quiet place, a quiet place within my heart, and I will wait upon the Lord, wait upon the Lord. I will make a quiet place, quiet place within my mind, and I will wait upon the Lord. Wait upon the Lord. Be still, my soul, be still. Be still, my soul, be still. Be still and know I will make a quiet place within my life, and I will wait upon the Lord. Wait upon the Lord. I will make a quiet place. I will make a quiet place.
Good morning. Blossoming in joy. You know, we're going to activate some endorphins right now so that the joy can start flowing. And in the innocence of our youth, we had these kind of experiences. So I just want you to participate a little bit, and we're going to go right into it. If you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. If you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. If you're happy and you know it, then your face will surely show it. If you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. If you're happy and you know it, move your feet. If you're happy and you know it, move your feet. If you're happy and you know it, then your face will surely show it. If you're happy and you know it, move your feet and clap your hands. Okay. If you're happy and you know it, nod your head. If you're happy and you know it, nod your head. If you're happy and you know it, then your face will surely show it. If you're happy and you know it, nod your head and move your feet. Up your hand and say hello. So, you know, whenever we laugh, whenever we smile, it releases the endorphins of healing, and it boosts our immune system and everything. So thank you for participating in that. And I would like to share this song that was made popular by the 4 Canadian tenors. And it gives us the solution to activating joy in our lives and to allow ourselves to be really connected to God's grace and the power that we possess within us. In this world, it's hard to tell the shadows from the light. What is real has found a way to hide behind the lies. So don't be fooled or ruled by voices all around you. Know that truth will always be revealed. If you lead with your heart. It's the one thing you can trust. When you come from love, and it will shine right through the dark, like a northern star to show you what is true. You'll never lose if only you lead with your heart. Love has been the truest friend that you have ever had, and the love that you have given, know you'll get it back. I know you've been knocked down and found out everyone is what they show you, but God's truth will always be revealed. If you lead with your heart, is the one thing you can trust when you come from love, and it will shine right through the dark, like a northern star to show you what is true. You'll never lose if only you embrace the beauty of God's love, and you'll feel like you're home again, finally home again. And there you'll never be in doubt about God's mysteries, or you, or what you must do. Lead with your heart. It's the one thing you can trust. Oh, lead with your heart. Love will shine right through the dark, like a northern star to show you what is true. You never lose, if only you lead with your heart. Lead with your heart. Know the kingdom of heaven is within. It's in your heart. As you open your heart and you allow the joy to flow, God's power, God's truth. That's all we need to know. Lead with your heart. So be it.
I love it when the music just does the talk for me. So we are continuing this month of July with the exploration of the mystic's journey. And we are looking at our path to vibrant living. Last week I spoke about the creative process. And I spent a lot of time talking about the soil, that part of the creative process that makes things happen, that does what it does. And I talked about how we can clean stuff out of that, weed it, take out the rocks and get rid of the stuff that doesn't belong, and then how we needed to add fertilizer to it to make it healthy and rich and able to manifest those things in our lives. Today we're going to take it a little step further and talk about blossoming into joy, blossoming joy in our lives, bringing about that experience of joy. Now, joy is not something that's external. It's not something that we have to bring from without into ourselves. It's not something that we ever do to bring it. So we can't, and it's a very natural tendency to look for joy outside of ourselves, to look for those things and say, oh, I'm not feeling good right now. I need to bring some more things into my life and to let that happen. But when we begin to understand that joy is a thing that comes forth from within us and that it blossoms out into expression, we get a much deeper experience of what that is. As many of you know, I've studied Joel Goldsmith for more than 15 years now, and he has a story that, as soon as I started thinking about this blossoming joy, I was reminded of this story. And he tells it in many of his recorded lectures. It's in several of his books. And it comes from a Persian proverb. And this is the Persian proverb. It says, if thy mortal goods thou are bereft, and from thy slender store 2 loaves alone to thee are left, sell one, and with the dole buy hyacinths to feed thy soul. That's how it is in the Persian story of it. Joel says it a little differently. He says this. He says this all the time. I mean, it's like in lots of his recordings. If you have but 2 coppers left, 2 coins, buy one, with one buy a loaf of bread, and with the other buy hyacinths for the soul. Now, there's really nothing magical about hyacinths unless you know them, and you can know how wonderful they are because the smell just fills a room. This little flower, this big, the smell will fill this entire space. I actually stopped at Trader's to see if I could buy some this morning, but they're not in season, which I found out. I would have thought they would have been because they force them to bloom. But anyway, they're not in season right now. So in this proverb, in this story that Joel talks about, he's talking about the bread is what is necessary for our life. It's the physical sustenance, so the things that we actually need to survive and so forth. And we spend so much of our time focusing on that we often overlook the beauty that we need in our life as well. And it's from the beauty that the joy arises. And beauty comes in all different forms, as we'll talk about a little bit later. But this is what our soul needs to flourish. It is that beauty. It is that inspiration. It is truth. It is spiritual nourishment. It is those words of wisdom. Those things that when you hear them or when you see them, you know, the hair stands up on your arms. You get that feeling inside that just is, you just know that you have connected with something deeper and greater than yourselves. And so as we begin to understand this idea of finding that joy within ourselves, we can find it in lots of different ways. But we have to feed that soul just as much as we feed our body. And as I said, when we're in that level of, Maslow's hierarchy of needs, when our basic needs have not been met, we need to get those met before we can move on to feeding our soul. But we often just focus on that level instead of actually actualizing those higher levels of needs that we have. And those are needs around things like our very existence, our awareness of the world and how it works around us, beauty again. It's the spiritual fulfillment that we seek. And oftentimes when we're struggling to make our basic needs met, it's very easy to not even think about that. I don't have time for that. I got to work and make money to bring more food in, to pay my bills, to do all of the things that I need to do in this physical plane. And we often overlook that spiritual fulfillment that is necessary, that will lead us to an experience of enlightenment, which is where the ultimate joy arises. But when we prioritize finding those hyacinths for our soul, we begin to align ourselves more and more with divine grace. We begin to see it more often in our lives. And we are open to a richer experience of life than we are when we're focused only on material concerns. We need to prioritize feeding the soul as much as we prioritize feeding the body. And when we do that, especially in times of limitation or challenge, something begins to shift inside of us. Because what we've done is we've entered into an agreement with that higher power, whatever you want to call it, God, Spirit, the divine, universe. We have entered into trusting it. When we can begin to shift our focus away from fulfilling our physical needs and looking towards the nourishment of our soul, we are opening ourselves to faith. We are opening ourselves up to an idea that there is a power for good in the universe, and I can use it to change the experience of life that I have. And that powerful good is using me to fulfill itself in this world, in this experience that we're having. And so Goldsmith explains that the beauty, the spiritual study, especially meditation, lifts us into the awareness of this presence, of this higher power, of this divine grace of God, or whatever you want to call it. And from this awareness, even if it's just a glimpse of the awareness, a greater sense of peace develops in times of uncertainty. It's something we can begin to rely on when we are faced with challenges in our world. Inspiration comes to us, especially when things seem to be scarce, when there's a little bit of a struggle. We get inspired to find different avenues to fulfill those physical needs that we have. And then joy, it becomes unconditional. Our joy is no longer dependent on our external circumstances because it's coming from within. It's opening itself up from within us and allowing itself to pour forth. Joel says this in The Art of Meditation. What a miracle the invisible activity has transformed a dry seed, a handful of earth, and a little water into a flower. What a miracle. If the divine can do that to a dry seed, imagine what it can do to you. Imagine the life that can be poured forth from you when you open yourself up to spiritual inspiration, when you open yourself up to meditating and contemplating the presence of the divine. Imagine what can happen to you. If that can happen to a piece of dry seed that has been laying on the ground, imagine what it can do to this thing that's inside of you. Imagine that. It's just amazing. This is how we begin to perceive the law of love at work. Spirit is nothing but pure love, unconditional love. It doesn't sit back and judge us. To believe in a God that judges us is to believe in a super Santa Claus. Making a list, checking it twice. Gonna find out who's naughty and nice. The nice get rewarded, the naughty get punished, right? That doesn't work. That's not what happens here. But to believe in a God that is anything but love is to believe in that kind of a God. To believe in something that is going to judge you because of something that you've done or haven't done or thought or haven't thought. We don't believe in a God that exists that way. We believe in God as pure, unconditional love. It cares as much for that dry seed as it does for you. And if it can do that to the dry seed, imagine what your life can be. So this is an invisible life that is operating through everything. It's an energy that is operating through all of life. It doesn't matter what form of life it is. The same flow of energy is moving through it and allowing it to come forth into expression. And what a miracle it is, what a marvel to see this happen in our world, to see those hyacinths bloom on the ground, to see the beautiful trees in their fullness of leaves, to see everything that is happening here as our earth bursts forth in life. That's the same thing that's happening inside of us every single moment. So it's just absolutely incredible and inexplicable that this is what can happen to something so simple and so easy. So as we begin to do this, we need to look at those things that actually bring us that joy. To look at the things that are coming forth from within us, expressing themselves as joy. Mortonette does it through her music. You heard that just a few moments ago. And we know Justin. You saw him dancing up here. That was pure joy. Pure, inexplicable joy. I wouldn't be doing that. You didn't see me in the video. I was there, but I wasn't in the video. I have this whole rhythm problem going on. It's like, it's not pretty. Our founder, Ernest Holmes, wrote this in his very first book. In 1915, he published the book Creative Mind. And he says, the artist sees beauty and paints it. The musician hears harmony and writes it. The poet listens to the soul and transcribes it. Each is a joyous outlet for the same spirit. It doesn't matter how it shows up, but it needs to show up from within us. Now, many of you know that I do a lot of different creative things. That's kind of my joy. And I was, as I was moving into my house a couple of years ago, a friend was helping me, and she's like, these are just pictures you drew. Why do you want to put them on the wall? And I said, because they make me happy. They make me happy, and that's what I want. She was talking about some pictures that I drew when I was with my father as he was making his transition. I was in the hospital with him for 8 days, and I found I couldn't do a lot of things. I couldn't read. I had a hard time meditating, but I could draw little flowers. And I took those flowers and I, did all of my wonderful things that I do and printed them out into big pictures on canvas, and that's what's framed in my house. And so there was a lot of meaning behind the pictures. They looked like a simple child's drawing of a flower, but behind them was that all of the things that had gone on as I was with my father as he was making his transition, and everything that had led up to that. Because I had come prepared, I was already a minister here at the center, and I was prepared for this experience that I was going through. And it was interesting to find what things were actually wanting to come out from inside of me in this. And when it came out to these flowers, I have a whole artist journal full of them, and I call it Dad's Garden. And that's what it is to me. And so for me, that was joy, and it's just pure joy. And every time I see them all around my house, I remember the joy. I remember the joy of being able to accompany my father as he made his transition. I remember the joy of being able to tell him how much he had meant to me and my brothers and my niece and nephews. I remember the joy that came through with that experience. Now, many times when you're experiencing something quite so traumatic, the focus often is on the hardship of it. But for me, this was a joyous expression. My father had a wonderful life. He lived a beautiful, fantastic life. He loved his family so much that he created this beautiful environment for all of us and left us trained on how to live life ourselves. He was a wonderful example of how to actually live a fulfilled life. And so for me, that's what that joy represented. One of the other things I love, I know it's been happening for about 20 years here in the Valley, is the artwork that is on our freeways. I think that is the most spectacular thing. I see one, I'll see a new installation, and I just get tickled. I mean, I really get tickled with it. And I remember having lunch with a friend about 10 years ago, commenting on that, saying, oh, this is beautiful. Have you seen this interchange up here between 15 and 95? These spectacular, almost like blue firework thingies coming out. They're just gorgeous. And she was like, well, I don't think they should be spending money on stuff like that. Now, I never said a word to her because that's not who I am. But in the back of my head, yeah, you know how that is. But it was a good thing. In the back of my head, I heard Joel say, hyacinths for the soul. Because we need beauty in our lives. We need beauty in every way we can get it. We need beauty to come through us in all different expressions, whether it's music, whether it's visual arts, whether it's poetry that you write, whether it's the way that you create a meal for your family, whether it's the way that you do your work, the job that you do in the world. We need to be able to express that beauty through everything. So what is your hyacinth for the soul? What is it that comes alive inside of you, that expresses through you? What is it that's happening that makes you come alive with joy, that blossoms through you? Think about that. If you're not clear about it, spend some time in contemplation and meditation over the next couple of weeks. See if you can figure that out, and then act upon it and see what happens in your life. See what opens up for you as you begin to experiment with this idea of blossoming joy within you. As I was preparing for this month's talks, I came across a new book, which I think is phenomenal. The book is called Awe, A-W-E, and it's written by Dr. Keltner, who is the scientific genius behind the movie Inside Out, the movie about the Pixar movie about the emotions. He was their consultant on creating the emotions behind that. He works at the University of Berkeley in a department called The Greater Good, which I love that. And so anyway, Docker equates exuberant joy with awe. He said awe is basically joy on steroids. It's actually coming through. And this was his definition of awe. Awe is the feeling of being in the presence of something vast that transcends your current understanding of the world. Anybody want to have their current understanding of the world transcended right now? I could certainly go for a little bit more of that myself. He talks about life having 8 wonders, 8 things that actually begin to bring about this experience of awe. And they're different for each person, and they're different for different times in your lives. But these are the things that he lists as the 8 wonders of life. The first thing is people are inspired by other people's courage or kindness. It is the reason that the number one thing that is shared on Facebook are stories of courage and kindness. That's what, even more than dog pictures, it gets shared. Because people are inspired by that. People are touched by it, by when you have these wonderful examples of someone who has transcended something so awful that you can't even imagine it, or they have shown such extraordinary kindness to another person or another being in the world. That's what really gets the number 1 likes on Facebook. The second thing, I love this term, collective effervescence. Collective effervescence is what happened when Mortonette had us doing, if you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. It's contagious. It's absolutely coming forth from us, and it's like that moment that we get to be childlike and exuberant, and nobody's judging it whatsoever. Collective effervescence, I love that. The third thing that inspires awe is nature. I have, for 50 years, have been inspired by the mountains that surround this valley. I love these mountains. You know, they're not, some people say, but they're just brown, and yeah. And I'm like, are you kidding me? Do you know there's a mountain that if you hit it at the right time of day and the shadows are just perfect, there is an absolute perfect image of a horse. Yep, drive up 215 heading west. You'll see it. It's amazing to see what these mountains can do. Have you ever seen the mountains when the sun is hitting them in a way that you've never seen them before? You can see different levels of it. You can see different grooves in it. You can see things that were never there before. So, you know, nature is phenomenal for inspiring awe in us. I mean, you know, Grand Canyon, for one. Just look at some of the amazing things that we have. Go to the ocean. Talk about awe. Ooh. The fourth thing is music. Music is that one thing that will just absolutely touch us to the core. How many of you have a song? How many of you have that song that you know? More than one, yes. My current song, that song for me, is from The Greatest Showman, This Is Me. I love that song. Man, you should hear me in my house when I am singing that song. Now, see, Joe knows to turn my mic off when it's time to sing, but there's nobody turning my mic off at home. And my dogs like it too. They get really excited. So find that song, find that music that really just sets you alive. I know we have people here that are great patrons of some of our music programs here in the Clark County area. People that go to the jazz organizations and to all of the shows at the Smith Center that are regular patrons to the arts. It is a wonderful way to allow yourself to feel joy. The fifth thing is visual design. That's the kind of the art that I was talking about, but it's also architecture. Architecture that is beautiful. I mean, there are buildings out here that are so stunning. I love to get online and look at the ones like in Barcelona. Some of those buildings there are just amazing. I love the old European Gothic cathedrals, and you think, wait, how did they build that? They didn't have cranes. They didn't have cement mixers. They, hand and mortar, chisels, making those stones. Think of the pyramids. Think of the pyramids. Talk about awe and wonder in how that could possibly be created. Spiritual stories. That's why the Bible has survived so long, because it's filled with stories that give us inspiration and awe. Other spiritual books like the Bhagavad Gita or Lao Tzu's The Way, the Tao. These books have lived throughout the last couple thousand years, bringing us spiritual inspiration. It's why the mystics have written books that touch us in ways that we can't even comprehend. You know, I often say when I'm reading and talking about Joel Goldsmith is I will hear something on his tapes or I will read something in a book and I go back to find it and it's not there. Because it's been inspired from within me. Just the act of reading this sacred material allows it to come alive inside of me of a way that that person didn't even write. The seventh thing that inspires awe is stories of life and death. You know, as we watch some of the things that happen in life and how people have overcome them and survived them and so forth, I think that's one of the reasons that Desmond Tutu's book, The Book of Forgiving, was so powerful for me because it talked about stories of life where people were able to forgive the most horrific things you could imagine ever happening to you. And they found a place of forgiveness in their life. And that book is alive inside of me still from reading it. And the last thing is the epiphanies that we have, or I like to call them those 2x4 moments. Get hit upside the head with something that you know is true and you can never unknow that that is true, that is what's happening. So this is what Dr. Kellner says are the 8 wonders of life that will bring you awe. And remember, awe is that amplified feeling of joy. So how do we begin to blossom joy in our lives today? Well, I've talked about lots of different ways that we can find joy and so forth. And so what can we do to do that? How can we choose to blossom from within ourselves and choose daily to find those hyacinths for our soul? Well, the first thing we need to do is to stop and look around us and find the things that are beautiful. When you walk outside of these doors today, I want you to find something beautiful. Currently, I'm looking at a beautiful bush that I've seen bloom yellow in the springtime that is just gorgeous when it's filled with all those little yellow blossoms. That's just through a little narrow window. I'm sure when you get outside and you don't get all the things that are blocking it, that you will be able to find something. But before you go home today, find something that's beautiful to you. Feed your mind with spiritual truth. Find the truth. Find your truth. For many of us, it's from the Bible. It's those things that we've heard for years. Man does not live by bread alone, but by every word that proceedeth out of the mouth of God. It's Matthew 4:4. Joel Goldsmith says that the number one passage in the Bible, the one that will help you understand spirituality more than anything else, comes from John. It's John 4:32. I have meat to eat ye know not of. I have meat to eat ye know not of. A little context around that, if you're not familiar with the passage, Jesus is sitting there, and his disciples decide that he needs to have some food to eat because he hasn't had anything to eat for a while. And so they offer him some food, and his response to them is, I have meat to eat ye know not of. I have something within me that is more sustaining, more nurturing, more providing than it could ever possibly come from without me. I have meat to eat ye know not of. I am working with that one. As I said, Joel says over and over again, that's the number one passage to begin to comprehend. And to begin, not just to comprehend, but to experience it. To begin to experience those moments when that spiritual nourishment is coming from within me and not something I'm bringing into myself. Best way to do this is enter into the silence. If you haven't started meditating, try it. Now, the thing that I hear more than anything else when I teach a meditation in a class is I can't meditate because I can't quiet my mind. Well, you know what? We've got this wonderful brain that was created for us to provide security and safety and stability and thought processes and all of these things. And guess what? it isn't designed to be quiet. It's not. The Buddhists call it the monkey mind. Now just picture a monkey chattering away, bouncing from one branch on a tree to another all the time, and that's what our mind is doing. And so what we do when we enter into the silence is we look for those pauses between the thoughts. And that's what they say is true meditation. Wayne Dyer describes it as the gap. Joel says it's the pause between the thoughts. Different people have different ways of describing it, but it's that moment, and it's very brief, because honestly, the moment you recognize that you're not having a thought, you've had a thought. So our goal is always to extend those moments, to not let ourselves get caught up in that, ooh, wow, look at that, I'm meditating. And to I'm only saying this because this is what happens in my head. You know? So begin to expand those little brief gaps between the thoughts. And we do this very, very easily, very quickly. The best way is, just to focus on something like our breath. Mindfulness is the way that I like to do it. Mindfulness, there's all different kinds of mindful techniques out there. But for mindfulness, for me, I use my breath. And I keep my chattering mind calmed down by keeping my attention on my breath. The other way I do it is my morning drawing practice. And so as my hand is drawing on the paper, my conscious brain is engaged with what my hand is doing, which leaves space for my unconscious brain to recognize the gaps. And so for me, that's been a great meditative practice to begin to do that. And that goes right into this fourth one, is to create or appreciate art. The Catholics have a practice called Visio Divina. And Visio Divina is to sit and contemplate a piece of art and use that as a complete meditation. It's a wonderful practice of actually just beginning to look at something that is beautiful, that is inspirational, something that opens you up. Now it says art here, but I think you could do the same thing if you were staring out at Red Rock Mountain out there, where Red Rock National Park is. Or my favorite place here in the valley is the Valley of Fire, out northeast out there. Except not this time of year, because it's named Valley of Fire for a reason. March is really a good time to go to Valley of Fire, or November. But find the opportunity to listen to music, to dance in your kitchen, to write a line of poetry, to arrange some flowers on your table. Find a moment to create something beautiful in your life. Find a moment to create something purposeful. Our inner joy blossoms when we nurture the soul through beauty, stillness, gratitude, and truth. When you feed your soul, joy naturally blossoms within you. When you feed your soul. So find that thing that feeds your soul. And like we said last week, do the work to prepare the soil so that when you plant those new ideas, when you plant that new creative expression, it has a wonderful place to grow, to begin to become alive inside of you. I've spent the entire week cleaning up the soil of my craft room. Thanks to Justin's wife, Stacy, I'm getting a new fabulous machine to help me do a new avenue of crafting. I can't wait, you can imagine. But that meant I needed to have more space. So my master bedroom is now my craft room, and my craft room is now my bedroom. Because I thought, all I do in my bedroom is sleep. But boy, I can have room in my master bedroom to create. And so that's what I've spent this entire week doing, is switching the rooms around. So I can't wait to start creating more and more and more. That's the soil I'm nurturing right now. Between that and my spiritual work that I do every morning, my spiritual practices, the reading, the study, the prayer, the meditation, the contemplation, the being in community like this, that brings my soul alive. That gives me that place to create good, fertile, healthy soil that allows wonderful things to grow in my life. So find those things for yourself. Find that place where you are ready to blossom. Find that thing that brings you alive, that sparks you inside. Like I said, find beauty, find joy, find inspiration, and let it come alive inside of you. Because it's there all along. It's waiting for you to just find it. Go into the silence, listen intently, see what's coming through. One of the things that I've had to learn for myself is take a risk. That's what I tell the people when we're doing our Zentangle drawing class. It's just paper. It's just paper. Write something down on it. Draw something. Create something. I do pottery. It's just clay. It's just mud. I can play with it. Allow myself to have fun and to see what's wanting to come forth from me. If you're a poet, it's just words. Put it on paper. Let it come forth. Some of it's good. Some of it's It doesn't matter. It's coming from within you, and it's the practice of it that will bring you the joy. So find those things for yourself. All right, let's take this into prayer. I invite our spiritual practitioners to stand and surround us. These beloved individuals spend at least 4 years in study, learning these spiritual principles, engaging in practices, feeling that inspiration and joy come alive inside of themselves. And so if you will with me, just take in a nice breath. Let it out. Allow your eyes to close gently and enter into that place of stillness. Connecting with Spirit, with the source of that infinite joy. And so I know that right here and right now, there is only one awesome intelligence, one amazing creative force, one joy that is blossoming into expression right here and right now. I know this one is God, as Spirit, as the divine, as the creative love intelligence that has brought forth everything into existence. I know that this one is all there is. It is the isness, the allness, the fullness of all life. I know that this one is expressing itself through me right here and right now. That all that I am, all that I have ever been, is a divine incarnation of a love so powerful, it had to create. And create magnificently, it did. Each and every one of us is that unique and perfect expression of this divine intelligence. Each one of us is endowed with that same creative impulse, that same spark of joy, that same love that is bringing itself forth into expression right here and right now. And so I know this truth. I know that each one of us has a deep well of divine inspiration inside of us. And that as we go within and listen intently, tapping into that source of all inspiration, it comes forth from us. It bubbles up out of us. It expresses itself in the most perfect and unique ways for each one of us individually. It shows up as our music, as our love, as our creativity, as our food, as our art, as our nature. It shows up through us in most amazing bounty possible. I know this is the truth of each and every one of us. I know it is the truth of God right here and right now. And I just simply give thanks for this knowing. I'm so grateful to feel it, to know it, and to see it happening right here and right now in each and every one of us. And so I simply release this word into the law, into that creative mind that always says yes, that never knows any limitation or lack, that is simply unfolding itself for the highest and greatest good of all. I let it go and I let it be, and together we say, and so it is.
I am letting go of the things that no longer serve me. As I'm letting go, God's revealed and I am whole. I am letting go of the things that no longer serve me. As I'm letting go, God's revealed and I am whole. I am letting go of the things that no longer serve me. As I'm letting go, God's revealed and I am whole. I am letting go of the things that no longer serve me. As I'm letting go, God's revealed and I am whole. I am letting go of the things that no longer serve me. As I'm letting go, God's revealed and I am whole. I am letting go of the things that no longer serve me. As I'm letting go, God's revealed and I am whole.
Beautiful. Thank you, Justin. Thank you. Thank you, practitioners. Well, thank you, Miss. I appreciate that. Thank you. All right. And so now is that time we have to support our community financially. We generously accept your cash and check donations here today. And if you'd like to give to us in any one of these 3 electronic ways, that's easy to do. We can Zelle, text to give, or we have a link on our website. If you need any help with any of that, Kaylee and Kelly are in the back to offer their support for that. And so I just ask you to put your hands over your hearts as we contemplate this blessing. And if you would repeat after me, this gift I give goes forth from me, does amazing and miraculous things,
Amazing and miraculous things.
and returns to me in kind,
Returns to me in kind.
pressed down and overflowing.
Down and overflow.
Singing, money is coming to me. Words are on the screen. If you'd like to stand and sing, you're welcome to do that. It's got a good beat.
Money is a-coming to me easily and effortlessly. Money is a-coming to me. Money is a-coming to me easily and effortlessly. Money is a-coming to me. Let's say, hey. Money is a-coming to me easily and effortlessly. Money is a-coming to me. Money is a-coming to me easily and effortlessly. Money is a-coming to me. Every time I open my heart, I receive all that I need. Knowing that God is my source. I release and let it flow. Money is a-coming to me easily and effortlessly. Money is a-coming to me. Money is a-coming to me easily and effortlessly. Money is a-coming to me. Money is a-coming to me easily and effortlessly. Money is a-coming to me. Money is a-coming to me easily and effortlessly. Money is a-coming to me. And I have all I need. And it's all inside of me. I just ask and let it go. And let spirit drain the flow. Money is a-coming to me easily and effortlessly. Money is a-coming to me.
Woo! And so we easily and effortlessly receive all of these donations, knowing that we are completely blessed by the consciousness represented here in these gifts of love. I know that this goes out from us here into our community in greater and greater ways, and I just give thanks for it. And so it is. I'd like to welcome back up Mortonette.
Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Oh, Jiminy Cricket. Thank you. Thank you so much. Yes. You know, Scripture Scripturally, we're told that we have been given everything for life and godliness, and that we should call forth things that are not as if they were, and they shall be. And so as we look upon our world today, a lot of people are, feeling some kind of way. And so the blossoming of joy, nurturing our soul, and understanding that everything has already been given, healing has already happened, the wholeness is already here. And so I have spiritualized this song. This is a song that I hold dear to my heart. It's entitled To Dream the Impossible Dream. But I kind of changed it a little bit to fit what we need to be communicated out into the world, to understand that it exists already. And it's for us to align our mind, our brain to a new design. Thank you. Peace is a possible dream. So stand with your heart open wide and know life is filled with God's treasures. So run where your heart longs to go. Release all the fears that you feel and trust that God's power is real. Keep on when your mindset is weary, 'cause peace is a possible dream. This is my quest to follow my heart. No matter how hopeless things seem, I will start. I am willing to give where there's trouble and hate. I am willing to see peace in everyone's face. And I know if we only be true to this glorious quest, that my heart will be peaceful and calm, and our world can be blessed. Yes, the world will be better for this, 'cause peace is the truth of our souls. Let's stand in that truth and that power, 'cause peace is a possible dream. This is my quest, come follow my heart. No matter how hopeless things seem, you can start. Just be willing to give where there's trouble and hate. Just be willing to see peace in everyone's face. And I know if we only be true to this glorious quest, that our hearts will be peaceful and calm, and our world will be blessed. Yes, this world will be better for this, 'cause peace is the truth of our souls. Let's just stand in God's truth and God's power, 'cause peace is a possible dream. Yes, peace. Oh, peace. Yes, peace is a possible dream. and radiate peace out into the world right now. So it is. So let it be.
Thank you, Mortonette. We're so blessed every time you come here. We just really are. I just want to point your attention, Mortonette has a table in the back. She has some beautiful handmade finger labyrinths back there. I purchased one from her earlier today, and she has a book that's available too. So stop back and speak with Mortonette there in the back there. You're welcome. We have just a couple of announcements. Judy, you want to head on up? While we're doing that, I just want to remind everyone that our Prayers for Peace, 31 Days for Peace, kind of falls really good with the song she just sang. It's still going on. It goes until, I think the 24th of July is our last day, maybe the 20th. And you can get any of the back prayers also. This is totally free. Our community is doing this. But you do have to sign up for it. We're not inundating everybody with emails, as I said. So if you want the Prayers for Peace, you need to sign up for it. Kaylee and Kelly can help you in the back with that if you'd like to do it. Or check out our newsletters or our website for that information. Where'd you go? Oh, there you are. You're kind of faded into the background. Judy's going to tell us a little bit about Gourmets for God.
Oh, yes. Gourmets for God is on the roll. We have 12 events, complete with food. They are so much exciting, so much fun. People are already looking at their auction book that has all of the descriptions about the events. And I know Bridget's already been back there signing up. I saw her. So these are events, Reverend Laura today talked about feeding our soul. And these are beautiful events that will not only feed your body, but they're going to feed your soul. They're going to bring a lot of joy, a lot of fun. I'm just so happy with everything. You can choose from a bingo night with food, or tacos and a game night, a games party, ice cream sundaes, doesn't that sound like fun? Where you play music bingo. See, feed your soul and your body. You can learn about Las Vegas history from our local historian, Clay T., while enjoying Vegas entrees, like shrimp cocktail. Remember those? Yeah, And a bowl of chili that you get to keep the bowl, and it's handmade by our own Reverend Laura. Wow. Isn't that cool? Yeah. And you know what? Those are just the events that are taking place here at the center. And there's many, many more in people's homes, and one even at a golf course, for those of you that like to improve your chipping and putting. Or maybe you've never held a golf club in your hand and you want to learn to chip and putt. So just don't miss out. Get to bidding as soon as you can. There's food, fellowship, and fun for the price of a meal. I know meals have gotten more expensive lately, so maybe it's less than the price of a meal. So get your auction book today if you don't already have it. There's a map back there of where the events are so that you can locate them. And this afternoon, the bid's going to be available, the auction book is going to be available online, so you can actually look at it. We don't have bidding online. It ended up getting too complicated because we'd have to set up a bank of computers here. And anyway, so to bid, the first thing you need to do, if you've already bid last year, if you already signed up last year, you don't need to sign up again. You can see Charlotte, and she'll have your bid number, and so you'll be able to bid right away. If you haven't bid before, if you haven't signed up for the auction before, then there'll be a card that you need to fill out, and you'll be given a bid number. And the reason we have bid numbers is we've encountered in the past people whose handwriting we could not read. And so we incorporated the bid numbers. And that helps us to identify you so that you can actually get to go to where you wanted to go. You just, once you get your bid number, decide on the events you want to attend, and then write your bid number, the amount you're willing to pay, because you might want to bid over the minimum. Some people like to just because they want to donate to the center, and this is a fundraiser. Some people like to because they want to make sure they get to come to the event. And then later on, if you're raising your event, make sure you raising your bid, make sure you put the new bid on a different line, because we don't count any of the bids that have been crossed off with new bids up there. We don't count those. So make sure you use a new line. If you and your spouse or partner or friend want to come together to an event, make sure you let Charlotte know so that she can put the cards together and make a note of that. And then also when you're bidding, put a bracket or a way to connect them so that we know that you want to come together. The earlier you bid, the better opportunity you have to attend the event. You might want to weekly check your bid sheet, or maybe especially on the last day of bidding, which will be in about 3 weeks. So get yourself excited, because I am. Recognize that this is going to be an adventure of a lifetime, and you'll be feeding your body and your soul. Thank you.
All right, just a couple more quick announcements. We have a healing sound bath coming up next Sunday at 11:30, right after service. Melissa Shank is going to be here with a plethora of sound instruments. She does a wonderful job with that. We also have an online book study, experiential book study on my newest book, Mindfulness and Money Magic. It's on Monday nights in August, the 4 Mondays in August, from 6:30 to 8:30. And we're going to be joined by some people from one of the centers in California for that. And I want to invite you all to take a look at our pop-up bookstore. We have it here for this week and next week. We do it two weeks out of each month most of the time. And so there's handmade crafts from some of the members of our community. We have a selection of books here and lots of other wonderful things. There's a beautiful display of selenite crystals up there. So I complimented Kelly on that, and I was kind of coveting some of them myself, although I know we should not covet. But, you know, there you go. All right. We have a moment of prayer available for you in our prayer room. It's right outside the door. Kelly Capsar, our practitioner of the day, will be standing there to direct you. If you'd like to have a personal spiritual mind treatment with one of our practitioners, they're happy to gift you that today. Would you stand? And if you are comfortable doing so, grab hands. Well, hold hands. I think we got a dance going on in the middle there. All right, would you repeat after me? There is only one life. There is only one life. That life is God. That life is God. That life is perfect. That life is perfect. And that life is my life now.
My life now.
Have a beautiful and blessed week, everyone. Thank you. Thank you.
Use me, oh God, I stand for you, and here I'll abide as you show me all that I must do. And here I'll abide as you show me all that I must do. Use me, oh God, I stand for you. And here I'll abide as you show